All right, everybody, welcome to another interview. We have a very special guest, Lyndon Sommert from Edmonton, Alberta. Welcome, Lyndon.
Oh, thanks, Matt. Really appreciate it. Look forward to going through this. Yeah, I'm just excited with everything that's going on, and just hoping to share some of this information with people.
All right, perfect. So, Lyndon, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in real estate, and where you service.
Oh man, it's it's been a long ride. I've been so yeah, born and raised in Edmonton, Alberta, well, and outskirts, and I actually got involved in real estate 31 years ago. You know, uh,
Wow.
tiny history. My dad actually was the guy that brought condominiums to Alberta in 1974.
No way. I just learned that about you. Wow. In
Yeah,
1974.
1974 was so cool. And he passed away now. And I was talking to him, and they didn't even know what condominiums were in Alberta, and they charged $35,000, $50 condo fees, and the government sponsored it for $1 down.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a trip
Oh,
back in time, right?
yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so I do get a little bit of real estate in my blood. I became an agent in '92, and it's just been an amazing ride. That was actually a very difficult time in real estate, and I'll be very honest with you. I didn't know what I was going to do for a job, and we had a family business, and I shut that business. We were shutting that business down, and I knew I was smart enough to know you had to have a job to get a mortgage. And I
Mhm.
remember I bought a home for $76,500. And I asked the agent, oh, the interest rate was 9.9 the first time it came down under double digits. And I
Right.
asked the agent, her name was Thelma. I said, how much money did you make? And she said, I made about $3,000. I said, well, I was really only with you for 5 or 6 hours, you know? So to me, it's like, that's a great job.
The wheel started going. Yeah.
So so that's kind of how it all started, and that again, it was a really difficult time in real estate. So I did okay my first year because myself and my parents knew a lot of people, but our whole market bottomed out there. And what happened was I got out of the business myself, and I just didn't know what I was going to do. I was having a hard time. Like anything else, I got into the business. I didn't have a good business plan, and I failed. And just something really dawned on me with what was ingrained in me, my parents, the entrepreneurial attitude. And I just decided I'm going to find out what all the top people are doing in the business. And I did that. I spent about 6 months, and I put down six different common denominators about what all these successful people are doing, and that was my business plan. And Matt, I got to be honest with you, it was probably no more than 6 months later, and I was absolutely flying out of the gate. So
Wow.
yeah,
Good for
yeah.
you. Good for you. And you know what? I have to agree with you. And you maybe agree with me as well. A lot of agents that get into the business brand new, they may see an agent, have a nice car or vacation here and there and have a nice house. And on the back end, it does a lot of work. It's a lot of business planning. And yeah, real estate in general attracts so many different types of personalities, right? If you worked in an office from 9 to 5 for 20 years and then you get into real estate compared to being a small business owner, it's going to sometimes be a little bit more of a transition from that person going the 9 to 5 to becoming their own boss, which is what we do in real estate. So let me ask you: were you with a franchise prior, or with an independent or boutique? What was your past
So I
experience?
actually started off with Sutton Group at that time, so it was a franchise, and I just checked out a few different offices and found what I thought was a good broker and whatnot. And yeah, and I was with them for quite a while. And kind of if I could just go a little bit more into what happened during the career, I started
Mm,
succeeding so well in the business. The broker actually asked me if I would help train some of the other agents, and that's what I did. I started helping, and they became really successful as well. So,
mm.
at that time, he said, "Well, do you think you could talk to some of our other brokers?" And it was really interesting. Right around 1997, 98, I actually opened up my own training company, and I was training agents from that franchise, and it turned into a bunch more. So I actually ended up traveling across Canada till about 2005, 2006, training agents. Uh, Believe it or not, the topic was, and the name of my company was Wealthy Agent. Does that sound
Oh,
familiar?
no way.
I kid you
Just
not.
a little bit. Oh my goodness. Wow, full circle.
Isn't that funny? Just seeing that, it really brought back some memories. And I ended up
Sure.
opening up my own brokerage. I had 50 agents. I'm a broker as well, and moved to a couple different companies. And my real estate, just really has flourished every single year. And it's about 95% referral now. And so here I am, 31 years in the business. I've been with eXp almost 4 years now. And to
Mm.
be honest with you, I know it's been a long time, but I kind of feel like I'm just starting again. So it's kind of
Well,
exciting.
let's jump into the good stuff because people watching, they're going to want to know. Obviously, you have a tremendous real estate background and had a tremendous family background in real estate, and after X amount of years in real estate, making a move, it's got to be something extremely special and unique. So, why don't you share with everybody what caught your attention about the eXp model? Was it the growth? Was it some of the wealth building pillars? Was it just the model itself? And maybe share a little bit about your due diligence process in deciding to make a final move to eXp.
Yeah, that's actually a great question, and I have been asked that before. And it was really interesting time for me. So it was around 4 and a half years ago. I really I wanted to do a little something more. I have a very small real estate team, and I actually looked at getting a Century 21 mini brokerage. And
Mm.
I was looking at locations. I mean, absolutely everything. And then I was told about EXP, and I looked at it just slightly, and then thank goodness, I was reminded, from James Knell to, have a look a little deeper. Just look at it and just check out the business, before you do anything. And
Mm.
as a businessman doing my due diligence, I looked at it, and I wish I would have looked at it, deeper originally, because it
Mm.
was just so interesting in that it. I mean, I'm not a big web person, but when I looked at it, it just seemed to make real estate really easy. So I've always had an assistant and to help me with the internet stuff. And sure enough, when we looked into it, it was like, boy, this is really the stuff. What's new? This is where things are going. This is where real estate's going.
Mm.
And just looking at the success and how quickly they were growing at that time made me look at it even more. So number one, I found that real estate was easier to do. And to me, that was really important. I don't like spending
Mhm.
time, filling out transaction record sheets and all this sort of stuff and going into the
Yep.
office and doing things. But what really intrigued me was the other streams of income that were there. I looked into the stock options and plans that you have, and of course, I do quite a few deals a year, so I qualified for the Icon program, which basically makes EXP completely free. If you do
Mhm.
a number of transactions, it's around 40 or so a year. And so all of a sudden, I've got real estate that's easier. I've got no costs anymore, really for my real estate. I've got a plan moving forward with stocks, and I looked at a 10-year plan. If I just follow through, I'm probably going to have close to $1 million worth of stocks in 10 years, following
Yep.
following the plan. And then I looked into the other end of it, and that was sort of to help other people get to know about it, and that's the revenue and the growth and the attraction of helping
Mhm.
other agents. And when I looked out there to other brokerages, they really didn't have anything that was even close to that. And my final decision was really looking into, I guess, the head office and just looking at the strength and the direction that they're going. And I'll be honest, I said I'm in at that point.
Mhm.
So,
See, it's so you said a couple of really key things, and when you were in the position that you were in prior to making a decision between going with a franchise mini brokerage or going with EXP, right? Those are two totally different paths, like apples and oranges. You can't even compare them when you actually fully understand it. But one has costs involved and franchise fees and regional owners and long contracts and lease commercial leases and a lot of overhead commitments. And one was really more or less what I like to call sometimes an ego risk rather than a monetary risk, right? Because it doesn't cost you anything to join EXP, but all the benefits are built right into the model that you can participate in. Another thing you mentioned was that you back in the mid 90s up to the early 2000s were training agents on how to succeed in real estate. You were probably doing some attraction naturally. And most agents do this naturally. They attract agents to the company. I brought over multiple agents to my last brokerage, and what did I get? Nothing against my previous broker, but it was, I think I got a handshake, and I think he took me out for a lunch one time to say thank you. And so it's stuff that we do naturally there. And would you agree with me that EXP has a little bit of something for everybody? Like if you're brand new compared to 30 years in the business, you may be evaluating EXP a little differently. Would you say?
well, absolutely, and I made a couple mistakes. I got so excited about the business, and I thought everybody they would just automatically be excited as me, as I was telling people, and what I found is that not everybody wants the same thing as me.
Hmm.
I really like that the attraction and residual income, that can potentially come from it. Not everybody does, so I really tried to scale things back and just try to understand people and what their needs are. But I would say for sure, it really has so much going for it. Being a trainer myself and being a part of the icon training and the type of training that they have through the university, nobody even comes close to having the quality training for new agents and people that are struggling. Honestly, because anybody can put stuff online, but
Hmm.
when you take a look at the type of training he has, it's really like being right there. And there's some other things on top of it, for new people that are just so empowering. They're there, so that's the new people, and just the people that have never really thought about their retirement. You know, where's our pension? Where's my
It's
pension?
a big issue. And did you know when I started doing my due diligence on this company, when I started realizing that the regional level and the franchises, which we don't see as agents, they get paid sick days. They get maternity leaves. They get health benefits. Some of them even get stock options. And yet it's all built on the backs of the agents who are cultivating and working their butts off with the relationships that they're building and helping clients buy and sell. And yet at the end of 30 years, if you're with a particular franchise or other company for 30 years or 20 years or 40 years, and you decide to hang your head, guess what? You stop making money, right?
No.
And so Glenn really, the founder of EXP, really truly realized there was a pain point for agents that could not be solved with a typical brick and mortar office, a typical franchise model. Nothing against the franchise; they're great in what they do, but there is new model of real estate out there built for the agents, not for the franchise owner. And one thing you said about the coaching and training, because I'm a big believer in coaching and training, as you are as well. And when I understood that I could get training from the top producers, the icon agents at our company, with 60 to 80 hours of live weekly training by them per week,
Hmm.
I needed to learn more. I could not understand. People do not understand that training at EXP is done by top producers. Think about the current office you're at and the top of the best of the best, giving time back. Why do they give time back for training? It's because they earn back their cap in company equity in the form of an investment back into them.
You
It's a
know,
brilliant model.
it really is, and just that how they were so smart in building that automatic culture, the culture of helping. Like I can't collect my stocks unless I do my part to help
Yeah.
the people below me or people that are needing work. So they're creating this automatic culture that everybody is helping everybody else. We're sharing with everybody else, and just even going to the different events, the
Hmm.
conventions and stuff like that. It's a total different feel
Hmm.
compared to all the other ones. Listen, I've been to them all. I've done Century 21. I did Realty Executives. I did Sutton Group. All good. I am not saying anything bad about those companies, but it's a complete different
Hmm.
feel when you get this group together because everybody just wants to share because we all benefit from it. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. And the events are just crazy. Like it just, we call it having fun in real estate again. We're making real estate fun again. Once you see it, you can't see it. So Lyndon, for anybody watching here, if they want to learn more about eXp, if they want to get you another more deeper dive of your opinion, and you have a tremendous background in real estate, you're a top producer, and people could learn from you. And the other key thing, and I want you to share this with us, because I always thought that you had to be local with somebody to get the best training, but turns out most people's real estate coaches are very far away. And what's really unique about this model is you can work with agents in other countries, in other provinces, in other states, and be in business with them because we're one big company and because of the revenue share. So if somebody wanted to reach out to you and learn more, what's the best way for them to do so?
Well, obviously, just call, text, or email me. I'm not sure if I'll share that on here, but I'm just so easy to reach. Lyndon Sommert, Edmonton Real Estate. It is just um, I want people to have a look at this because it really has changed my life. And
Mhm.
it's I gotta remember not to get too excited about it because everybody's where they're at. And I totally respect all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, if anybody's really thinking about their future, and they know other people that are caring about their future, just take a look at the model. That's all it is.
Mhm.
Make a business decision. That's all it is.
Okay, bonus and cherry on the top. What were your initial thoughts when you found out that the passive income could be willed, would become a willable asset to your family?
Well, so funny you say that. I recently, a couple of years ago, shared this with my kids. I've got three kids that are doing it, and one of them decided right away that they're going to get their real estate license, and he's almost got it. So,
There you
so
go.
how cool is that? I mean, yeah, I mean it's willable. I mean, they have thought of absolutely everything. What we're looking for, and I just can't say enough about it. So excited about it, and just
Amazing.
appreciate help by people like you because we're part of a team as well, and the fact that I can reach out to so many people again because of that culture that it's built, it just means so much, and you just can't get that anywhere.
Yeah, well, being financially incentivized to helping people grow, become a better version of themselves, selling more real estate, helping more clients, building a future for them and their families. It's a win-win-win all around. So, Lyndon, really appreciate your time on this interview. We'll put some of your information below for those who want to reach out to Lyndon and pick his brain some more, and maybe we'd like you would like to be in business with us. So have a great day. I appreciate your time and stay well, my friend.
Thanks a lot, Matt. Take care.